You're tuned into the first newscast devoted to the Highland Lakes area. Local team coverage on Tribune Headline News, bringing you the stories you care about now. Hi everyone, I'm Connie Swinney. You've tuned us in on Northland Channel 15. In today's headlines, with no relief in sight, water restrictions are the order of the day in area communities. But voluntary restrictions, even though they're all referred to as Stage 1 voluntary conservation, they don't mean the same thing. We're going to break this down for you. First, in Marble Falls, Stage 1 water conservation measures involve residents and the city taking steps to reduce the amount used on a daily basis. The goal is to reduce the demand by 20% in that city. Officials want to avoid the demand outpacing the water plant's ability to clean the supply efficiently. The daily water demand creeping towards 87% capacity is what triggered this recent step for voluntary conservation. The Stage 1 plan in Marble Falls asks the city to avoid flushing any water mains and to audit the utility system for water loss. Now that's for the city, but for residents, the water contingency plan asks that residents limit irrigation that's voluntarily of landscaped areas and only water between midnight and 10 a.m. Even numbered addresses to water on even numbered days, with odd numbered addresses watering on odd numbered days. In Burnett, under the city's water contingency plan, citizens are asked to water only once a week. A more stringent voluntary schedule, but still considered Stage 1. Residents under this plan are asked not to water after 7 p.m. and shut off the sprinklers by 11 in the morning. The water contingency plan asks that addresses ending in 1 or 2 water on Monday, and you can see there on the screen it goes through Friday with numbers coinciding with the day of the week. In Meadow Lakes, the water contingency plan is in step with a request by the Lower Colorado River Authority to reduce use from 5 to 10% on a daily basis. City officials say the trigger point involved the plummeting combined storage of Lakes Buchanan and Travis. As you can see here, some parts of Lake Travis reveal virtual islands as sandy beaches begin to take shape. When Travis and Buchanan are full, the combined capacity is about 2 million acre-feet of water. These reservoirs have dipped to about 1 million. An acre-feet of water is how much water it takes to cover an acre of space. The golf community currently uses treated effluent to water golf courses, so that's not an issue there. However, city officials are asking residents to take personal steps at home, and that includes reducing irrigation by 1 minute for every 10 minutes. The estimated residential use reduction is 10% daily. Despite the severe drought, the steps area cities are taking are under the definition of, quote, mild water shortage conditions. But it's a different story. West of here in Llano, we'll have an update for you on that city later in the newscast. But first, we'll bring you your weather after the break.
Looks to be pretty hot this week, but how hot? Details later in weather.
We are established. We are qualified. We are certified. We are knowledgeable. We are dependable. We are Ken's Heating and Air. Our people make the difference.
Welcome back. Time now for your forecast with Jared Fields, and it doesn't look like there's any relief in sight.
Hello everyone. It's going to be a hot one this week. We've got highs over 100 with yet again no chance for rain. Here's your Highland Lakes forecast for Northland 15 and the Picayune TV. Tuesday we're looking at mostly sunny and hot with a high near 99, but watch out for those heat index values as high as 103. Winds out of the south between 5 and 15 miles an hour. Into Tuesday night we've got partly cloudy skies with a low around 77. Those south winds still between 5 and 15. And then Wednesday, mostly sunny and hot with a high near 100, winds between 5 and 10. Wednesday night, partly cloudy with a low around 76. south winds around 10 miles an hour. And then Thursday, mostly sunny and hot with a high near 101, south winds around 10 miles an hour. And then heading into the weekend, our weather looks the same. We'll keep you updated as the week goes along to see if there's any chance for a break from these dry, hot conditions. For Northland 15 and the Picayune TV, I'm Jared Fields.
Thanks, Jared. When we come back, local sports.
The Marble Falls Youth Baseball and Softball Association has another team that made history. We're going to tell you which one coming up in sports.
Because experience matters. For home, auto, business, health, and life, we are here for you. When Galloway experts make top providers compete for your business, you win. The Galloway Insurance Team, since 1935. Burnett, Horseshoe Bay, and Marble Falls.
The SWAT softball team finished no worse than 4th place at the regional tournament, which qualifies them for the national tournament at Dale Diamond next week. Now, the SWAT won 3 straight games over Lake Travis, Western Hills, and then of course they came back and beat a very stubborn Manchac team. The 2 losses were to Cedar Park and then a very good Oak Hill team which had already beaten them at the sectional tournament 2 weeks prior. We did get a chance to talk to assistant coach Lino Garza, who said the players played their hearts out. He was very happy with how they competed. He said they came alive at the plate and then had several double plays to end many innings with consecutive outs. As soon as we find out more information, we'll let you know, but of course, the parade will start on July 19th, and then pool play will be July 20th and 21st. Again, that's at Dale Diamond in Round Rock. We do want to make another note about Llano football, and that's because the Yellow Jackets are looking at some brand new players in some new positions, led of course by Rhett Brooks at quarterback, the younger brother of standout former quarterback Trey Brooks. Now, we did get a chance to talk to head coach David Yeager, who attended every single Hill Country Passing League game throughout the month of June. Here are his thoughts about how the Yellow Jackets performed.
This is new for Rhett as far as, you know, Friday night being throwing the football, and so anytime he's got to make a decision less than 4 seconds, and as many times he can get that done, it's going to make it better. I mean, still, you don't have people coming at you, but that's a positive, and I saw him make improvements every week. You know, and our kids got there running and throwing and catching, Jennifer. I'd say that every summer, but kids don't do that enough. You know, we grew up doing it, but they don't, and this is an opportunity for them to do it, so you can't go wrong there. You know, we got to, you know, I saw us get better a little bit at our defensive angles and covering some people, but again, we had some people playing out of position. Not a lot of our guys that's going to be out there on Friday night there, but you know, again, a chance for kids to play, compete, have fun, and you can't go wrong with that.
That's it for sports. I'm Jennifer Fierro. Connie, back to you.
Jennifer, thanks. We showed you how different communities are taking individual water conservation steps. As we reported in the past, the most severe conditions exist farther east on the Llano River. The city just recently dropped from Stage 4 to Stage 3 water contingency plan steps. But Stage 3 still holds some pretty stringent mandatory watering requirements for Llano citizens. The trigger here is based on inflows from Junction and Mason even farther west. Under Stage 3, and this is considered a severe water shortage, watering with handheld hoses is only allowed between 6 and 10 a.m. and 8 p.m. and midnight. Other things prohibited in Llano: washing of vehicles, filling pools or jacuzzis, ornamental fountain use, and adding any kind of water connections or lines. And of course, golf course watering is prohibited with city water, and officials there have been utilizing effluent to do so. Some businesses have tried to stay alive by utilizing well water. The city recently helped improve the conditions by digging a well to supplement domestic use. And due to the dire conditions there, city officials are looking to catch violators who could face fines. We'll keep you posted on the drought conditions and water conservation measures in each one of our cities. Those were your headlines. Thanks for watching. Check out these stories and more shows on our YouTube site. The address there on your screen. Reporting for the Picayune TV, I'm Connie Swinney.